I'm Desiree. This is my audience. Okay. The number one problem in today's generation and economy is the lack of financial literacy. Alan Greenspan, American economist and former chairman of the Federal Reserve. Single parents who are holding down multiple jobs but can't seem to keep their head above water. Students who are in college or have just graduated and don't know what the next step is going to be. Someone who has lost their job and has no savings to tide them over until their next big gig. You may know someone who is, right this very minute, struggling financially. I am proposing that all secondary schools have a financial literacy class required to graduate. Today, I'd like to talk to you about, first, the need for financial literacy programs. Second, what you can do at home to teach your children about money and supplement what they may already be learning in school. And finally, how you and your family can help continue this conversation and hopefully inspire your local schools to implement standards. I'll begin by telling you about the need for financial literacy programs in schools. People across the U.S. are stressed, and they need our help, most especially our young people. The problem is that millennials may be the first cohort to be worse off financially than their parents. We need to teach our young how to be fiscally responsible, and that training should start no later than high school. The immediate need for financial literacy is evidenced in an article from the Washington Post writer Michelle Singletary. The sheer number of millennials, about 80 million, makes them a significant force in the U.S. economy, but many of them have trouble accurately answering basic personal finance questions, spend more than they make, and are worried about their debt, according to a new survey by the Investor Education Foundation of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. The Pew Research Center released a report comparing previous generations and millennials, and it concluded that coming of age during the country's deepest economic downturn since the Great Depression has made it hard for them to establish themselves financially. About half of millennials with student loans say this debt has made it more difficult to make ends meet. You can choose to ignore the problem, or you can take action and help the next generation make better choices. Financial literacy is very important. This is not just a problem with adults in your community, in your backyard. The deficit is being felt across the U.S. by parents with teens too. According to a Charles Schwab study in 2011, most parents agree that the best way for teens to learn about money is from guided, hands-on experience or their own example. However, only 1 in 5 parents involves their teen to a great extent in the family's budgeting and spending decisions. In fact, parents are much more likely to teach their kids how to do laundry than how to balance a checkbook. Also reported in the Schwab study, today's parents wish they had learned more about money management in their youth. I am sure that you can see the need for a financial literacy program in your town schools. Most of us probably want to make wise money decisions. However, you might be asking, well, how can I help teach my teen to make better decisions than when I was his age? Let me tell you. This is how you go about making sure your teen is empowered to make better financial decisions. Involve them in everyday financial decisions you are making. They will be able to see how budget for real-life situations, and you will be better equipped to help guide them through spots of literacy where they need assistance. You can do this once a week or once a month. Teach them, guide them, take a few minutes from your busy schedule to show them you care enough to teach them a skill which will help them live their best life when they hit the road on their own. Open up your family budgets. Have them take a test to see where they are in their knowledge of financial matters, or enroll your teen in a financial literacy class, like Dave Ramsey's High School Financial Literacy Challenge. You can also read together Smart Money, Smart Kids by Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz. Continue to follow through. The conversation should not end after one sit down with your teen. You can see that it isn't difficult to spend some time with your teen to help get him set up for success later on. Now let's look at what may happen if you choose to teach your teen about the value of effective money management, and what may happen if you choose not to. Financial literacy benefits both the current generation and future generations. Tanvi Patankar quotes PBS saying, "School is to prepare children for citizenship, cultivate a skilled workforce, and to help them compete in a global marketplace. In short, school is supposed to prepare its students for the real world. Taxes, bills, insurance, and loans are a very real part of that world. Spending time learning this in school leaves us in control of our financial future." Recently, countries like the UK and Australia have resolved or are seriously considering to teach their young adults how to be responsible financial citizens. Tanvi Patankar also provides some insight into the consequences of inaction. After talking to my mother and doing a bit of research, I realized just how life-changing it could be if teens could learn how to handle their personal finances in school. The average credit score for ages 18 to 24 is from 630 to 643, which is the lowest credit score out of all the age brackets. Something clearly needs to be done about this, and the easiest way would be to teach high school students how to handle bills, loans, insurance, etc. properly. If teens don't learn how to handle personal finances, they can easily end up with huge financial problems early on just because they didn't know what they were doing. As you can easily see, helping to guide our young people to financial freedom can be one of the most important decisions you ever make, and also the greatest gift you could ever give. I've told you about the need for financial literacy programs in secondary schools, and what you can do at home to teach your teen about money and supplement what they may already be learning in school. And finally, how you and your family can help continue this conversation, and hopefully inspire your local schools to implement standards. What if the person in the welfare line was someone you knew? Think of the satisfaction and possible comfort knowing that you're teaching this person helped to keep them on the straight and narrow financially. Doesn't it make you feel good when you see someone succeed in life? I'm going to leave you with a note from Discover's CEO, David Nelms. This isn't calculus. Compared to some other subjects in school, this is one that 100% of students are going to need to apply. Please consider signing Tanvi Patankar's petition that asks the Department of Education to continue striving for a better plan for our young people. We need to have a clear standard so we are setting them up for success in life. You can sign that petition at www.change.org/p/life-management-101. Thank you.